This time I'm sleeping on the couch for real. Hey everybody, it's Drewski McGillicuddy, and guess what time it is? It's time for another Found in the Wild, and this time I went a little overboard, got myself in a little bit of hot water, but it'll all be worth it in the long run, because one of these days, you're not going to be able to find this stuff anywhere, but I'll have it. The first thing is this fancy copy of Mortal Kombat 4 for the PlayStation 1, and it's missing its sleeve, so I got it for a steal. I practically threw it in with another item I bought. But does anybody remember Mortal Kombat 4? This is where they went to the 3D polygons as opposed to the actual screen capture or whatever they did with the first game. The graphics went from this to this, and it's kind of really bad. It's kind of really bad, but for some reason I have a soft spot for this game and I look forward to playing. Fucking cut it all out. Anyway, Mortal Kombat 4. Who wants to come over and get their ass whooped? Also, while I was there, I figured I'd pick up Resident Evil 3 because I've been waiting a really long time to play this, and since the second one is quite possibly within the top 5 greatest video games I've ever played myself personally, because I've played a lot of games, but only a couple games intrigued me enough to actually beat them, and I beat Resident Evil 2 Remake at least 8 times or better. I could not stop playing it. Once I beat it, I'd just go back and I'd play it again. Still haven't beaten it on hardcore, but hey, I finally went out and got Resident Evil 3. I played a little bit of it the other day, and I gotta say, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I'm scared. I'm afraid to go back and start backtracking, because apparently I gotta go back and start backtracking on to one of my favorite childhood movies ever, and that is Casper. What? I had already kind of had a crush on Christina Ricci when she played Wednesday. Not in the first movie, but the second movie, when she cracks that smile. Not that creepy smile after she watches the Disney movies. The smile she cracks when it's not really even a smile, it's like a smirk. When she lights the match and she proceeds to burn the village to the ground. Anyway, Casper! Oh my God! I can't remember if I've gotten the secretary to finally watch this movie or not, but this is one of the best family films to come out of the 90s. Like, they don't even make family films like this anymore. Like, usually I see the trailer for a family film, I roll my eyes. But this, I watched it a little while back, and it's still held up for me, myself personally. Maybe, if I ever get back in the swing of things, we'll get to reviewing this son of a bitch. Moving on to more nostalgia, I got Masters of the Universe starring Dolph Lundgren, and this movie gets a bad rap. It's got like a 5.6 or something. I don't know. Did I find it? It's got a mediocre score at best on Internet Movie Database, but like when I was a kid, I wore this VHS tape out, and I know I'm not the only one. There's a lot of you out there. Now, granted, there's so much more they could have did with this movie, but I think with their budget restraints, they did the best they could. My only real complaint about the movie is that damn dwarf thing, whatever, his voice aggravates me, but like, I've grown to get used to him over the years. I don't see why they couldn't have got that thing that floats around with the eyeballs. This guy, whatever his name is. But anyway, Master of the Universe, the movie, it's got Courtney Cox. Now, before I get to the fucking expensive shit, well, I guess, whatever, don't worry about it. I'll show you these as a pair. I've got the TMNT version of Michelangelo and Raphael, and, I still haven't came all the way around to this movie. I saw it in the theater and was highly disappointed that they decided to go. I mean, I didn't hate the animation, but the fact that it didn't involve Shredder and all the other shit but it's supposedly, I guess, a sequel to the actual live-action movies. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen them, but I saw these guys sitting there for a couple bucks, and I was like, I'm not going to leave them there. You know, I'll put them with my other turtles, and maybe they'll get along. I don't know. Generations of Ninja Turtles getting along, coexisting together. Can you imagine? And I've been forgetting to show you this. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I mean, you know, honestly, one of the greatest interviewers, just one of the greatest voices in wrestling history, Mean Gene Okerlund. He doesn't have his fancy little microphone, but I don't know what I did with my wrestlers. I took them upstairs. I'm rearranging some stuff, everybody. I don't know if you could tell by looking behind me, but yeah, Mean Gene Okerlund. I wasn't just going to leave him there. And then I had seen this bad boy. Now, I got this from Road to the Past Collectibles. It's a toy store. It's like a local, you know, the guy, you know, he owns the store. He sells all the retro stuff, but he also happens to come across some of this stuff once in a while. He posted it on his Facebook page. I said, I'll be there in 15 minutes. I talked him into selling me this and this for $50 because he wanted 30 a piece. I'm like, you know, I like to save money. And, you know, he could understand that. So he helped me out, and I got both of these for $50. Now, one reminds me of one particular person, and the other one reminds me of another particular person. But we're not going to talk about it. Now, apparently, this item is out of print, and I've always had a weird relationship with this movie. Like, I respect it because it's Wes Craven, and I've got a thing for Swamp Thing. I was obsessed with the television series that came out on Sci-Fi Channel back in the 90s. And I actually have that. And I have a DVD copy of this. But I don't remember the last time I sat down and watched it. And I figured, you know, if I'm going to sit down and watch it, I better watch it in the best quality possible. But the only problem was it cost me. Now, it didn't cost me as much as this shit, because that shit's out of fucking control. But I paid pretty much half that for this. And, you know, it'll be worth it eventually. We're going to sit down, we're going to watch it, and apparently I also need to get my hands on the 88 Films release because Devon Graham, or that Christian Hannah horror, he was telling me about that, but, you know, I thought, and then if this is Scream Factory artwork, this is some of the best Scream Factory artwork. Now, I might actually leave this side of the artwork facing out because I do enjoy the hell out of that. But more than anything, and I don't remember specifically if I've ever actually seen this movie, but I do like the fact that this looks more like the Swamp Thing from the TV series. And this MVD, I want to collect all of their releases because I like how it looks like an old video rental with like stickers on it and stuff. But Return of the Swamp Thing, I cannot say for certain if I've ever actually sat down and watched this. I mean, I used to watch the first one all the time when I was a little kid, along with the cartoon and the Sci-Fi Channel movie. I loved it. I loved it. And it wasn't even until a little while ago that I realized it was Wes Craven. But anyway, I got both Swamp Thing movies. And then somehow we've discovered this thing at Walmart. And we all know how much I love going into Walmart. But I decided, you know what? I'm going to go into Walmart so that I can get this creep to go with my other little creep. I got my other little creep right there. And now they can live together in harmony. See, this is supposedly the one from the first one. And I guess he's supposed to be from the second one. Or I don't know what I'm talking about.
TV series, maybe?
It's not from the TV series. But I got the creeps. And, you know, I was thinking, that's not enough creepiness. I need more creeps. So the secretary had left her old job to go to a fancy new job, and for a celebration, I got her this fancy Spanish steelbook. Look at that. It's in Spanish, y'all. Hopefully, the audio's in English, so we can watch it regularly, but I don't know. It does say that it's region A, B, and C on the back of it. It's got this fancy cardboard back to it that's got, like, the templates of each segment, and then that fancy artwork, and then when you open it up, it's got, I would show them to you, but you can imagine. It's got all these fancy postcard things and just more fancy artwork. And I can't wait to pop this bad boy in because You know, the last time I watched it was on regular old DVD. It was all grainy and piss poor quality, and the audio wasn't that great. We had to turn TV all the way up just so we could hear it. But this is going to be Blu-ray, playing through the fancy sound bar with the other speakers back there. It's going to be like a theater experience, watching it for the first time, because it's going to be, I don't know if it's 4K transfer. I don't know much about it other than the fact that it's Spanish, and it didn't really take as long as I thought it would take to get here. Not as long as her birthday presents, which I can't wait to show you her birthday presents, if they ever get here. But anyway, don't worry about that. Worry about the fact that I got the Steelbook of Creepshow, and maybe you should go out and get it too, because you can't get, you know, you just can't sit around waiting for them to release one in America. Go get the Spanish one. And like I said, it's got all, it's region free basically. So you don't have to go out and spend money on a region free player, which you probably should, because, you know, our print of movies are starting to get out of fucking control. I mean, did you see that? That's fucking insane. That's another reason I need a 4K. Just don't worry about that. Anyway, oh my God. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed all the fun things I've found this past week or two, or however long it's been since the last time I did one of these. If you liked it, make sure you click the like button, subscribe if you're new here, and comment down below and let me know your thoughts on these items. And we will see you next time. Also, if you're feeling generous, make sure to go over to www.patreon.com. I can't even talk right. /Drews McGillicuddy. And we'd graciously, what are you doing? You go sit down.